I've been writing down the understanding that God has been giving me through my research and my study and my pondering of his word. And as I'm writing this, I'm like, do I actually believe this? Do I actually believe this? I low-key don't want to believe it. I low-key, actually high-key, don't want it to be what I'm getting. I don't want it to be what he's telling me it is, what he's revealing to me as it is. But I'm like, it's like saying the sky ain't blue. This revelation is so clear that I'm like, I actually have to believe this. Like, I actually have to live this out. With great power comes great responsibility. I believe God is revealing all of this to me, and it's uncomfortable for me to sit with it, but I know that I have to believe it because I know that it's from God. I mean, the revelation that he's given me is just, you know how you be like, I wish that it wasn't true, but it is. When you wish a revelation that you got wasn't true, but it is, you know that it's true, so you have to live up to it. Because once you know, you are made responsible for what you know. And on that day, when I stand before God, I don't want him to say, hey, I revealed this to you. And just because it wasn't what you wanted it to be, you decided not to follow what I was saying. You decided not to come into agreement or into an alignment with what I revealed to you. I don't want him to say that to me. And because I know that what he's revealing to me is true, even though I don't wanna, I gotta follow it. Listen, this is the life of a Christian. Okay. This is the life of someone who is submitted to God. It is always a wrestle between your flesh and your spirit. Your spirit is renewed. Your spirit is connected to the Holy Spirit, but your flesh is attached to the world. It's attached to the sinfulness, right? So the walk of a Christ follower is look like a wrestle, like pretty much all the time. It's like me choosing not to go my own way because I know by the Spirit what God is saying to me. I'm choosing not to follow what my flesh is saying by the world or by lustful desires and things like that. I don't know if I'm explaining this well. I'm learning what this walk is like with God. I spent 30 years of my life not walking with God. And the last 2 years, I've been walking with him pretty closely. And it really has been renewing my mind. Walking with him is renewing my mind. It's a new way of being. And it not only goes in contrast to what I was doing before I came to God and how I was thinking before I came to God, how I made decisions and all that. It not only goes in contrast to that, but it also goes in contrast to the world. It goes in contrast to what people say, like on the news or in the world, or even people in my life that I know. It goes against all of it. So there's always this wrestle walking with God. You know how when you're talking to somebody and there's a lot of distraction going on around you, there's a lot of, people interrupting. Okay, what I see is picture like a busy restaurant scene, and you're having a conversation with somebody and you're really loving this conversation. But it's noisy. There are people trying to get past you saying, excuse me. There's a lot of activity going on around you. And so all of that activity going on around you is seeking to interrupt your conversation with this person. But you're so into this person, you're so into them, right? Imagine it's somebody that you like, okay? You're so into them that all you can hear is them, right? You don't even notice that somebody is trying to get by you. You don't even notice that somebody is trying to get in front of you. You don't even notice that you're standing in the way of somebody because you're so engrossed with this person and what they're saying. You're so engrossed with trying to make sure that you hear what they are saying and you're keeping your attention on them. That is what it looks like to walk with Christ in this world. And so we have to actively make the choice to tune out all of the noise, to tune out all of the distractions, to tune all of that stuff out and choose to keep our eyes on Jesus. Continue to walk with him, talking with him like, wait, what you say, Lord? Say that to me again. Da-da-da-da. Other people coming around, like, you got to block it out so that you can hear him, so that you can remain in his face. That's the image that I'm seeing as I was explaining this. So I thank you, Holy Spirit, for that. That's all.